Okay, Austin Don, what's up, Austin? He says, or Austin Don, I should say. Bradley, as you know, I work in the We Buy Houses niche and have several clients across the country. Many of them have partial or full EMDs, example, Cash for House. When branding with SEO Power Shields, is it still safe to use these types of full brand keyword names with the shields? Yeah, and here, the only reason why I would say yeah, only because, you know, if that's, well, I assume that they have the exact match keyword domains, right? But they have a brand, right? So typically there's going to be a brand behind that. They're just using that because it's, easy to remember, and there's used to be some significant SEO benefit from it. There likely still is, but it can also cause some problems. So with the SEO Power Shield, remember, we're going to create the keyword plus brand association. That's the primary objective of the tier one branded drive stack, right? Which is to create that, whatever the top level keyword is to start to create that brand association with that keyword. So having that as part of the stack build plus whatever the company name is, I don't think would be a problem. I mean, I've done it with my own, Alpha Land Realty. Again, I'm using a branded domain, alphaland.realty, as opposed to a, exact match keyword domain. But I don't think that would be a problem. I haven't tested that specifically, but I don't think that would be a problem. Marco, should that be okay?
It's okay. And now where we run into problems is when they ask us for the inner stacks, right? So the add-on stacks, so that you have buy houses, Maryland, we buy houses. We get that type of thing. That's when we can run into a whole lot of problems. So you're going to have to look at this from the start. Don, maybe we can talk more about this in a webinar. We don't really have that much time to delve into this one question right now. But it's just a thing of how butt ugly do you want that URL that's probably going to rank? Because I mean, that's the idea. When you get that inner page and that inner stack, you want to be able to blast that so that it provides so much power that it ranks the inner page, the companion or mirrored, theme mirrored inner page on the website, but it also ranks the G site inner page. How butt ugly do you want that to look to people? And when your client goes to look, I mean, you get that. Why in the world would you do this? It's really ugly to see that. So that's why we try to focus people brand. I know that exact match domains still work, but Google is busy at killing that. And you guys know when Google gets anal about something, they usually accomplish it. PBNs, like they did away with PBN. It was a massacre. Now people are still calling PBNs, right? But what they're now calling PBNs and what PBNs used to be, it's two different things. So you got a whole bunch of idiots saying PBNs still work. Well, no, the fuck they don't. What you're doing now with expired domains still works. But a traditional PBN will get picked out by Google, and they get de-indexed. Remember when we did the XYZ domains, and we did the mass page builds on the XYZs. How many of those got killed? It was really simple to pick them out, right? So that's why we tell people, if Google is busy out there with exact match domains and trying to pick them out and trying to pick out the spamming, especially in local, those that try to stuff keywords into the titles, into the descriptions, into the URLs, why would you do that? Why would you not focus on something else? Now, I understand you have clients that have exact match domain. So you're going to have to find a way to work this into the structure that we're teaching. And how you do this, again, as I said, maybe during the next Heavy Hitter Club webinar, you ask this question and we can get deeper into it and we can give suggestions on how you would do this. It'll give me time to think this out, because we are in a similar niche with Land Virginia and Bradley's Alpha Land Realty and my Land Solutions Network. And so you got to find a way to fit all of this in, or else tell these people, get a brand, get them sold on the idea of branding, creating a brand that's going to last. Because if Google comes out and they start targeting EMDs, especially spammy ones that really stuff keywords in there, I mean, it's a done deal. It's over.
Yeah, and so that I just brought this up to just kind of demonstrate what I was talking about. So like this was the keyword that I started optimizing for first with my brand for Alpha Land Realty was sell land fast. And it turns out that wasn't the optimal keyword. It's not the keyword that drives the most traffic to my site. And I discovered that when I started running search ads over time, it clearly came that wasn't the primary keyword to be targeting, but that's the one I started with. But you see, I built a brand around it, right? So alphaland.realty, Alpha Land Realty. So the drive stack and everything was built for Alpha Land Realty, sell land fast in Virginia. But I didn't, and I've never theme mirrored. I don't have a siloed site. This is a single page landing page, guys. But I have, FAQ schema, which by the way, that's how you get this additional real estate here, because those are FAQs that are on, it's just FAQ schema. So I just have questions and answers on the landing page. But then I added those in structured data, FAQ structured data, and added that in the HTML, the site header, right? And so that now it was funny when Google first started to crawl it, it was popping up in the Press Advantage, it was popping up underneath the Press Advantage PR. Then it started popping up under the G site. And now it's found its way to the landing page itself, which is good because it's right at the top now. And it's all that additional real estate. What I'm trying to get at was I started targeting this keyword so that there's not like an expansion in the drive stack, none of that. I never had to do that. It's a single page website. So, but all I did was target We Buy Land in some of the copy on the site. And you can see We Buy Land Virginia, even though and it was also in the title tag as a secondary keyword in the title tag. And now I'm #1 for that as well, right? Even though I really never did any additional SEO on that. And then there's some other keywords in there, for example, Sell My Land Virginia, that I've never really done any optimization for at all, but there's been some association made through searches. Again, I'm paying for ads. By the way, I pay for ads and people click through those ads for a keyword like this, and it creates relevancy between that search and my landing page. So my landing page, even though Sell My Land Virginia is not a keyword that I'm actually targeting on the page, it's still ranking organically in #3, even though I've never really done any optimization for that keyword specifically. My point is that's why I think it's important, and we've been teaching this for years, is to focus more on brand than on a particular keyword, and then start to create that association with your primary keyword in the brand. And then from there, once that association has been made, it becomes so much easier to start associating related keywords to the brand as well. So that's why we always recommend with this SEO Shield, the primary objective is to create whatever your top level keyword is, determine what your very most important keyword is, and build the drive stack or to have it built with the brand plus that keyword. Once you've started to create that association, then you can start going after the other related keywords in your industry. And it will become that much easier to associate them because the primary keyword's already been made and it's relevant, it's related. Does that make sense? And sometimes, again, just naturally over time, you'll start to rank for additional keywords that you may not have even intentionally optimized for, because Google understands the relationships between those queries, those search queries. Does that make sense? So was that a pretty decent explanation, Marco?
That was fine.